morning. Welcome to Thoughts from Iron. I'm Duke, as always, recently anyway. That's Andy, who's back to give us his thoughts on this fine Saturday morning of the upcoming Premier League fixture against Brighton later on this afternoon. Andy, how are you, my man?
I'm good. It feels weird not going to Brighton away. Obviously, I've told you off air. I've got a christening the following morning. So the worst thing you want to do is turn up to a christening stinking of booze at 10 a.m. So that is the reason why I'm not going to the game today. But with our previous record, do you really want to be going to the Amex either?
Well, listen, obviously, we'll leave it as a surprise considering when we're recording this and stuff. So I'll leave that one alone. Obviously, we're doing this slightly different. So Andy's joined me today. There is no Steve because he wasn't available. But normally we'll be doing this with Steve and Andy as we've done previously. Extra time, and basically it's Andy's thoughts, as I say, on the Brighton game. His desire for the team sheet. His hopes for the scoreline and anything else in between. So, Andy, give me your thoughts on later on's game. Nearly said it.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. I thought I'd do a bit of facts for everyone. The referee for tomorrow is Stuart Atwell. Obviously, we know his reputation, but yeah, I just thought I'd give everyone the good news on that. What I've also done is I've done a bit of homework as well for injury concerns for Brighton, which obviously this could be mind games, but obviously I thought I'd let everyone know. Jacob Moda is apparently out, fighting back from a serious ACL injury. Adam Lallana, obviously people know, he's out for the rest of the season and his contract's up, so he obviously is not going to feature tomorrow. Danny Welbeck is also a doubt, which is good news for us because he loves a goal against West Ham. So he continues to recover from a calf injury as well. Billy Gilmore is also a doubt, the signing from Chelsea. He's not really featured that much, but he's back in training, so he may win. But Duke, I don't. Obviously, I know you're going to be doing the other, but this is a big boost for us. Solly March is a doubt. You know how key he is for Brighton, so he is a doubt also. But
Big
you never
loss.
know. Yeah, so he may also be out as well, but he's in contention. Adam Webster, his minutes have been carefully managed due to injuries this season, and was an unused sub for the Stoke, but hoping to get his place back. He's another good player for them. Obviously,
Yeah.
his partnership with Lewis Dunk. And you may need to help me on this, mate. Is it Purvis Espita? Do you know the Ecuador player? I can never say his name.
Purvis, that work.
Purvis. That one. Yeah, he's also a doubt. Missed the FA Cup trip to Stoke, but faces a late fitness test. So when you look at it like that, they're not the only one with injuries. So that sort of gave me a bit of a boost as well. Obviously, the main injury concerns for us is obviously Kurt Zuma. We're not going to mention him. Obviously, this is a bit of knowledge what I've heard. Uh, Maxwell Cornet is playing for the under 21s. Well, played for the under 21s. I think it might be today or Friday. I can't remember. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it is. So he's going to feature against Man City. Vladimir Sufal is about 25% and Fab is no percent. So when you think of it, a couple of weeks ago when we had all them injuries and now we've only got the odd couple, I'm feeling more and more confident, mate.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to be giving my thoughts, or will have given my thoughts,
Yeah.
depending on at what point this is. With Rob in obviously the main preview stuff. But you're right, and I mean, I'm looking at it. Are you confident? I suppose is the question I want to ask. That he's going to set up, he's going to set up the same way as he did at Old Trafford in midweek.
100%.
Obviously, the FA Cup game. You know, are you thinking 4-3-3? Are you thinking same kind of game management, in-game tactics? You know, the press, etc. So obviously, we spoke about this after the United game on the channel, and I said even with Antonio, he was, although we were pressing higher up the pitch, he was still 15, 20 yards away from the man with the ball or the man on the receiving end of the ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can have the hope that Ings is playing, obviously, later today. So, again, confident he's going to deploy the same way?
Yeah. So for me, obviously, Ben Johnson is just the last two games has turned into Ben Johnson what he was when he first burst on the scene. So I'm feeling confident. But we'll start with Areola. I am buzzing for this. I was caught as soon as we signed Areola. I wanted him to be number one, and he's just. We can mention it all the time. The saves, what he's done in crucial moments. Don't get me wrong. It's if and buts. We won't repeat what happened on Wednesday. It's whose fault was it? But the saves, what he's done, the commanding of his box, and the distribution's just going to help us. Obviously, Ben Johnson will probably come in at right back. Agued's got rid of all of his troubles, so he's going to be fit and firing after Wednesday, I think. Ogbonna. See, this is the one what worries me. Is 3 games in a week for Ogbonna. He hasn't done that
Yeah.
for a very long time, so I think he'll be fine. But the one for me is left back. I just hope Emerson gets the nod
Yeah.
instead of Creswell. That's the key battle. That is the key battle for me. Obviously, the midfield three sort of picks itself really. So Rice, Souček, and Paqueta are in the number 10. Bowen on the right, Ben Rama on the left, who's firing on all cylinders, and then obviously
Brilliant. Yeah.
And Mr. Rings up front. And I'm not just saying it because it's the who. I think that could beat anyone that side. I really do. The only one thing what you would say, what probably would be our strongest 11 would probably be Zoomering for at Bonner and move Agued over, and I think that's probably our strongest 11 on paper, personally.
Mate, I completely agree. I mean, that team, bar obviously Jared Bowen and Danny Ings, it's the same side that faced up against United in midweek, which for me is key. I said it in the review video with yourself and Steve when I said if we play like that in the rest of the games in the Premier League this season, I have no concerns of us picking up enough points to stay up and possibly even move us into the upper realms of that lower part of the table, if you know what I mean. I'm
Yeah,
talking 11th,
like 12th
12th,
to 12th to 8th.
and pushing us in there. For the simple fact is, like I say, once I'd taken the emotion out of Wednesday's game, and I sat back and I looked and I forgot my anger, if you will. We played really well, and we will. No, again, we've bashed Antonio over the sticks. I'm not going to do it anymore, but we create chances for Ings. Ings will score. We saw that last weekend against Forest. He bagged 2 proper goal for me, goal poachers goals in the box. Done that. Obviously, we have to play slightly differently in the case of attacking because obviously Antonio can get in behind with the pace, so it's going to have to be slightly different. But obviously, again, as I said to you there, you've gone with pretty much the same sort of 11 that we started with against United. In-game tactics, the higher press. Are you confident of a good result later?
I'm not gonna lie. If you offered me a point now, I would take it. Like I really would. Like a point away from home is good, and like you said, the results going our way with Everton and Wolves losing, and it's mad to think our 2 years have turned that we're looking at a relegate. Normally it was going, oh, Tottenham's picked up a result or Chelsea. That's messed our chances up for top 4, and now the tides turn. It is mad, and I really do think the hoodoo was. I know we've probably said it. You've probably said it every time we've played Brighton. It's got to end, and hopefully it's 12th time, 12th time lucky. Obviously, 5-5, 6 draws and 5 defeats so far, but they've got to go for it. Brighton are in a good position. Like they're in and around like the top, and like they've got. But I think this could play in our hands. The fact that they're them going for it at home, and the likes of Benny and Bowen, because Benny's no slouch. I've begun to realise that off the ball he's no slouch, and I think if he's been given, if he gets given the time, he will punish. And Danny Ings, he's got the striker's instinct. Any ball in behind, I know he's not as quick as Antonio, but in behind as well. With Dunk's not the quickest, and obviously if Webster's playing and he's rusty, if he does play, then we can exploit that. And yeah, their goalkeeper doesn't impress me too much. I don't think he's really been tested that much. If I'm being honest, he's a good goalkeeper, but he's not like up there for my
Yeah.
opinion. So No, the key battle for me is set pieces. We haven't scored enough from set pieces, and
No, not at all.
if we start hitting them on the month, get Deck off them. We've already said it. Get Deck
Yeah,
off them and start whipping them in with pace, which Benny can do. Benny can do.
yeah,
Uh, and I don't understand even why Emerson don't take the corners on. I know Bowen's got a good delivery, but Bowen's got that instinct. So
yeah.
you're getting more people who you want in the box
You
who can
want
score a
Bowen on the
goal.
edge, don't you? Really, when you look at it again, this is something you and I have discussed off air via texts and stuff, and we've both said he's the sort of player, Benny. Well, even Benny and Bowen. They're the sort of players, Paqueta, they're the sort of players who want on the edge of the box when the ball drops. You
Yeah,
know, an instinctive lash at the ball, putting it back in. Only needs to take a dodgy deflection and it goes the other way. Keeper's already dived and it's in the back of the net. You know, you want the likes of Deck in the box. You know, he's 6 foot plus. You know, you want his head in that box. You want his height in there, along with Suchek. We,
Aguerd.
I was going to say, Aguerd, we realise can get his head to a ball and put it
And
in the
Danny
back of
Ings
the
on the
net.
goalkeeper. You minimise Danny Ings the job on the goalkeeper, making him not move, and then you've got the clear run of getting the
Yeah, like
ball. And
what Antonio used to do, like 2 seasons ago, mate, when Antonio used to stand in front of the goalkeeper, you know, used to get wrestled out of the way and the rest of it. That's the job you want Ings doing, or Skamaka. Even then, you got Skamaka who's what 6'4",
6'5", I think. I think it's even
6'5".
6'5".
Jesus, Webb. So you know, why are you not? One thing we need to do is A, stop the short corners, and B, miss the first fucking man, because
Yeah.
we're really good at that. We're really good at hitting the first man. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, Andy, how confident are you that we can get 3 points?
I'm 7. 7. I'm really high.
You are confident then.
Yeah, I just think it's turn. Whenever you go to a game, you're like, oh, we're playing. But for what I saw against Forest on Saturday and what I saw at Old Trafford, don't get me wrong, we didn't get the result. And then this is like crunch time. We've got Villa next Sunday as well. Obviously, we've
Yeah,
got Europe in between, which I'm jumping, but I'm working out the games. And Villa are on a bit of a shit run now. Really,
they
they're
are.
against,
Yeah,
so this could come in handy as well. And I'm just thinking, like this next 2 or 3 weeks could define our season. And I'm feeling confident. And I think Moyes knows time's running out. I think he knows, like he's really got to make changes. And
I mean,
I
listen,
think.
I mean, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do another extra time show. Somewhere down the line, you, me, and obviously we'll try and nab Steve on there um, to talk about Moyes and obviously his future. Because for me, honestly, I don't see him starting next season in charge of West Ham. That's me, but we'll cover that on a different video.
Yeah,
But I do believe in what you're saying there. You know, we've got Brighton and Villa next 2 games. 6 points puts a whole new complex
even
on
four,
straight
mate. Even
away.
four.
Yeah,
Even
well, yeah,
four.
even for puts a whole new context on what's to come, you know, and how the league table looks and how we're going to feel. I mean, what is it in the league now? It's unbeaten in, is it 4 in the league now?
I think so. Yeah, but well,
Four or
in all
five?
competitions we've had two defeats in 7. So that's Old Trafford and Tottenham. So yeah,
Right, yeah. So one defeat in the league, then yeah, Tottenham.
Yeah,
That's that one. So 2 defeats in 7, and we put if we don't lose, like you say, if we can pick up 4 points in the next 2 games, or even 6 points would be amazing. But 4 points, that puts us only 2 defeats in 9 in all competitions. It could be 2 defeats in 10, in fact, in all competitions by the time we finish up with Villa, because we
yeah,
got Larnaca in there as well, as you alluded to earlier. We got the European game, so. I know we said it at the start of the season, and I certainly did on the channel, that the European games kind of distort form, because I remember me banging on earlier in the season that we'd won, 6 out of the last 10, but 4 of those were
in the
Europa League
Conference League.
games and Europa Conference. Sorry,
Oh,
and
you're
then
sorry, yeah.
so it can distort quite severely, especially like the Conference League. No disrespect to the teams that are in it, but we're expected to beat these teams. You know what I mean? The group games we were expected to beat.
Apart from Villarreal, who are not great, they're about 14th as well in the team. They're not flying high. Sorry, we're going on the tap. But apart from them, that we're the second favourites. Villarreal, it's obviously because they've won European competitions.
Yeah,
It's like they beat Man United on extra time on penalties, didn't they, in the Europa
but
League? So
didn't
like,
we? Didn't we beat them?
no, Seville, wasn't it?
Seville, that was it. They were the other ones that love it.
But
They love
what
a
I want to do
European
is
trophy and all, though, didn't they?
I won't rub it on, but we'll just quickly, if you want, we can do something different as well. I'm just going to quickly go through the fixtures on how I think they're going to go for the weekend because it's extra time. It's
Go
extra
for it. Go
time.
on, give me what you got, and then we
So,
can
so,
wrap it
so
up at the end of that one,
yeah,
mate. Yeah, go on,
yes. So Man City Newcastle, what a game at half 12 tomorrow. What a
mate.
game!
I guarantee you the pub will be busy for that or today,
I mean,
whichever way we look at
yeah,
it. You know,
yeah.
Saturday's game.
Sorry,
Um,
yeah.
we're going to be packed. I have no doubt that I'm going to be rammed to the rafters for that game because it really is a big
Yeah.
top four game tomorrow.
I see Man City edging it though. I think they've still got a bit of heartache over the Carabao Cup final as well. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 City win. Arsenal Bournemouth. Oh, that could be a cricket score. I think I'm going to
Yeah,
go. I'm going to go 4-0 again for Arsenal. I think that'll be
yeah.
comfortable. Cool. What a game that is. No, it's rubbish really. Aston Villa Palace.
Oh
Oh,
God,
oh God.
that one's
I'd
gonna bore
rather put
yourself to
pins in my.
sleep, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll save our game for after. Another 3 o'clock game is Chelsea Leeds. Cool. That's
That's
got draw written all. That's got draw written all over it. I'm
yeah. I
gonna
was
go
gonna say
1-0.
I was exactly what I was about to say. That's got one all draw written all over it, and it'll be a boring one all draw as well. It
Yeah,
really will.
penalty. So for once, I'm cheering for the side in North London. Wolves are at home to Tottenham. I think Tottenham will edge that. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs win for that.
Yeah,
Cool. I don't know who hopefully this one's a draw as well. Southampton Leicester. I'm going to go for a 2-2. I think I'm going to go. Even though they lost to Grimsby, I think
yeah.
I'm going to go that for a draw. And obviously tomorrow we have Nottingham Forest Everton. Cool. What a game that is. Crunch.
Your
I'm gonna go one
Southampton
0 again.
isn't
I'm
lost on me, Andy.
gonna, I'm gonna go for 1-0. One
That's a
0 for
proper
that one.
Super Sunday game there, isn't it?
And then the derby. Obviously it's because of trophies. Liverpool Manchester United. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Man United win, and that will mess up your mate in the pub as well. Your
He
mate.
won't be best pleased with that. I'll point out. I'll show him this video later, and I'll see what he says about that. Um,
No,
right,
bless him.
okay,
And,
so
and Monday go Ivan Tony 1, Fulham 1.
um,
He's just going to put a bet on it.
I was going to say, is he going to drop some cash on that one? Allegedly.
And obviously the most important one, I'm going to go for a West Ham United 3, Brighton 1.
We're going with a big 3-1.
Yeah,
Oh, I was going to say 2-0, so it's not far off.
so I'm going for Ings, Bowen, and Paqueta.
Oh, you're going Packy, man. You're going
Yeah.
for the Pac-Man. Oh, I was actually going to agree with you with your first two, and I was going to probably say Benny to bag another one.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, he's on fire though, Benny, at the
Yeah.
minute. So I'd love to see him bag another one. Andy, anything more you want to add before we call it a wrap?
Yeah. Safe travels, everyone. And yeah, like I said, I've come back and I'm not going away. Like I said, I'll be doing the extra time. Thanks for Duke and Gatesy for giving me the opportunity to come back. It's been a while. It's been about a year since I've probably done YouTube properly. So yeah, I'm
Consistent,
looking
yeah.
forward to yeah. So yeah,
No, it's
no,
good to have you back, mate. I have to say, it's we worked. To be fair, in the infancy of this channel, we worked a lot together. Yourself, me, Gatesy. Steve's been with us for quite a while. There were a few other content creators that joined us on the show and on the channel and stuff. And it really is good to have you back on YouTube itself, mate. Because I know, like you say, you took some time away for you and to nurture your private life. So it's good to have you. It really is good to have you back. I like sitting here having a chat with you. You
Breaking news: Hammer Time is coming back.
Hammer Time
It's coming. He's coming back.
We're going to work on that, and we're going to get some. We'll get that going again. There's a few more shows in the works. This one, we're calling extra time because obviously I get the thoughts of Andy and then hopefully Steve and some other creators at different points where we can talk about games. And then obviously I'll still be doing me main review when Rob does come back to the channel as and when. So, Andy,
and safe travels for everyone to the game. You'll probably be watching
tomorrow.
it. Like, subscribe, and if you're on a coach or a train, don't tickle the bell.
No, don't tickle the bell in public. It's an arrestable offence. As Andy said, like, comments, share it. If you know anyone that's not subscribed to Thoughts from Iron, give them a poke, give them a nudge. Say, come on, look, these boys, they know their stuff. Sometimes, get them over it, get them coming to watch, and just give people the odd nudge every now and again. Andy, thank you for joining me. As I've said, we're
looking forward to the Man City game. Yeah, looking forward to the Man City game now.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1 Man City. 1-1 Man City, 1-1 Man City Newcastle. I'm going to leave it there. Andy, thank you for joining me. I won't ask you what we are. I'll just tell you to cross your arms and give me a big old come on you irons.
Come on you irons!